guy came up to me on the street saying he wanted to play a game of 3 playing cards. He said, these cards are different, they're very demanding. This card wants you to look at it at all times. Because if you don't, you'll get aggravated. This is the same kind of card. You have to look at it. And this is a listen card. Yeah, he said this is the most important card in the deck because if you can't hear it, then you'll never understand the trick. I was like, okay, you put it on top of the pack. I can hear that. And of course, there it was on the top of the pack. I told him, don't try and trick me, or otherwise, you know, I'll catch you. And he yelled at me like, you're not listening, as he moved it quickly to the bottom of the pack. I was like, I saw that. Then he said, you should know where the listen card is. I was like, yeah, it's on bottom. He's like, no, that's a look card. See, you're not looking and you're not listening. And I was like, hey, but I just saw it. Well, I guess I didn't hear correctly, as you would say. And it's on top. He's like, no, you're not listening. I was like, how am I supposed to listen when you're up there, when you're in front of me doing all this weird stuff? So I said, I know there's a listen card in the deck, so it must be in the middle. He's like, look, you're not paying attention. I was like, I'm not paying attention. You're the one that took the listen card out of the deck. He's like, no, it's right there. You're not listening. Then I was like, no, that was just a look card. I was like, alright, if that's the listen card, there's no way the listen card can end up on top. He's like, well, yeah, it's right there. I was like, but that was just a look card 5 seconds ago. He's like, that doesn't mean anything. You're not paying attention. You're not listening to me. I was like, I'm listening, but you're not making any sense. The look card disappeared somehow, but I see through your magic. I'm looking, and it's in the middle of the deck. He's like, no, you're not listening. I was like, how am I supposed to listen when there's no looks in the deck? He's like, how are you not seeing the look card at the bottom of the deck? I was like, well, because you're not giving me an option. You're giving me all listen cards. He's like, no, look, I got 1 look card. I got 3 look cards, and you're not listening at all. I was like, I'm listening. No, because if you would have looked at the problem and you would have listened to my suggestions, then you would have actually learned something.